The month of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, on her standards, we are not only creating awareness, but we are also celebrating cancer champions. Now, first on the lineup is Diana Akech, the proprietor and founder of Dee's Hair and Beauty Salon and Barbershop. You might ask yourself, what has hair got to do with it? Actually, it's quite a lot. Let's go find out. Hi, girl. Fine. Asante, it's been forever.
Yeah.
You're looking so lovely.
Thank you.
As usual.
Thank you so much.
How many years?
Wow. Gosh, I think I last saw you, what, like 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, Diana, I can see you're still doing the makeovers.
Yes.
You have not relented, you've not given up.
No way.
Why is that?
It's something that I'm very passionate about, something that I hold very dear in my heart, and every time I see my beautiful ladies looking fabulous is a plus for me.
I can imagine.
Yes.
Of all courses you could have chosen, why was it important for you to, maybe I should do this side?
Yeah. Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Great.
Why was it important for you to choose cancer? Why did you settle on this one?
Because I lost a very good friend of mine through cancer, and I saw the journey, I saw how it affected her self-esteem, especially when she lost her hair and everything. So she's the one who motivated me. I did her makeover and she was like, Dee, please, whatever you've done to me, make sure you bless other women as well. Unfortunately, she passed on, but it's something that I've held on dearly. Yeah, so
Sorry about
it's always
that.
a reminder of, you know, of her.
And you have lost many other patients.
Yeah, so many. But you know, every day God gives me the strength to move on.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think one day to make these beautiful ladies, I hope I'm doing the right thing.
You are. I'm guiding you.
Okay.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
All right. So tuko na nani hapa leo?
Please tell us your name.
Unaitwa nani?
My name is Nora Ngesa Agina.
Unasikiaje?
Sai niko na improvement after second operation, bado niko kwa treatment ya radiotherapy. Nashukuru Mungu kwa uzima ambayo amenipa. I thank God even for mom. Miss today I reached in the hospital. After that day I was told we are going somewhere. That somewhere I did not know it is where. When I reach here, I said, hey, huyu Mungu ni Mungu wa ukweli. Sikujua naweza kufika mahali kama hapa. I thank her for everything. Yenye anatufanyia kwa sisi, tunaugua. Anatupa motisha na pia lazima sisi wenyewe tujipe motisha ya kuishi. Nashukuru sana, Mungu aendelee kumbless.
Amen.
Wakati amekurembesha akimaliza, unasikiaje?
Nasikia vizuri. Because hata saa zingine ukitembea unaibika, nywele imetoka, nitatembeaje? Kila mtu anakuangalia, sasa unashindwa. Wakiona hii cut wananiangalia, nisipovaa miwani wananiangalia. So unajua akinirembesha, si nitakuwa na wivu. Sasa hakuna chenye mtu atajua chenye inaendelea kwangu.
Kuna tofauti.
Hakuna tofauti. Sasa nitakuwa sawa. Sasa mtu atakuwa anaona hiyo cut yenye ninatembea, nisipofunga kitambaa, everybody nitoke kwa nyumba wataniangalia. And now I'm happy because at least sikujua. Siku nyingine mtu aliniuliza, sasa umekaa vibaya, unaonekana kama mwenye unasumbukana. Sasa ukiweka hiyo kati hivyo, na sio kupenda kwangu. Sasa at least nikikuwa na hiyo wivu, nikirudi kwake, nitamwambia ni Mungu tu, hata sikukuwa na ndururu ya kununua hii wivu, lakini through God mercies, nimerembeka, nikakuwa sawa.
Unakaa vizuri sana. Diana, it must cost you an arm and a leg to do this. Tell me about it.
So I think maybe this one we'll have to sit down for this. So we can have a seat and talk more about it.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Ladies first.
Thank you.
Okay, so Diana, you were telling me about how you found these beautiful weaves.
Yeah.
Yes, tell me about it.
Let me say it hasn't been easy. It's something I've been doing for the past like 6 years, and basically I've been doing it for my savings, you know, because I felt I really need to give back to the society, especially by the motivation I've been given by my late friend. So I've been doing for the past 6 years, and then I realized it's becoming so much of a challenge because every day I get so many nominations. People are like, D, I have like, in a day I can get even like 10 people who want wigs, and they're really desperate for the wigs. So I decided now I need to register it into a foundation so that I can, because I found so many organizations couldn't work with an individual.
Yeah.
I got so many proposals, but they were like, D, it's not registered, so we can't do much. But now, finally, I got it registered.
Oh,
yeah.
tell me about it.
Yeah, so now we call it Surviving Beautifully Foundation.
Surviving Beautifully Foundation.
Yes.
That's a nice name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah, so we encourage women, we remind women how beautiful they are, no matter what they're going through. Because, you know, when you lose like your breast, your leg is amputated, you lose your self-esteem. So we remind them that they're beautiful and, of course, they're surviving beautifully. Yeah.
A lot has changed, dear, about what you do around here. First of all, the place looks lovely.
Thank you.
You look lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah. You shed off a couple of
a
couple of years. I think that's a good thing.
Thank you.
But now, in terms of the number of people who walk in that want you to serve them, yeah, has that number gone up? Has it gone down? Yeah.
Funny enough, it has really gone up. Because imagine I get a lot of support from clients who are just walking clients. They're like, I want to go to this lady's salon who's using her money to support the cancer survivors. So somebody will just come and say, D, do whatever you want because I know where your money goes. Yeah. So it has really boosted my business, and especially from the clients from diaspora. When someone is like, D, I'm coming to Kenya in the next 6 months, you're doing my hair, you're doing my, because of what you do for the beautiful survivors. So I think it's a plus also for my business. Yeah.
That's really nice. Now, in terms of the hair, is it something that you do here, or do you outsource from abroad?
Okay, it's, you know, I import some. There's some I import, there's some I make them locally. So when I'm ordering for my wigs from outside the country, I normally put like a few pieces. I know these ones are dedicated for the survivors, and then some I just learned how to do them locally. Oh. Yeah. You know, we've got the weaves here from, you know, our companies in Kenya like Dali. Yeah. So we just learn the technique of doing, and then we just custom make something. And some also survivors, some are also donated by clients or by well-wishers, or anybody will just walk in and say, D, I have like 5 wigs in the house, I'd like you to bless someone. So I would say I've really thanked guys who've been donating wigs. It has really helped me a lot.
So surviving beautifully.
Yes.
What plans do you have in terms of empowering more women, reaching out to more women, especially the cancer survivors?
Okay. What we have in mind, we're trying to touch as many lives as we can, go to different counties, and that can only work.
You want to go to counties?
Yeah, like October I'll be in Kisumu. So I've been invited for a makeover there at Jaramogi Hospital.
Yeah. Jaramogi.
Yes. So I'll be in Kisumu for that. So I'm planning to go to different counties. And with the help of Surviving Beautifully, I believe we can touch more lives, because I would really love some people to now come on board, because now it's officially, what do you call it?
It's a foundation.
It's now a foundation. It's officially launched. So yeah, I'd want to work with more people and touch more lives and create more awareness, create more employment, because we're going to make more wigs. And eventually we'd like to have a wellness center, like a home, where people can just come and get their treatments done, or they can sleep, you know, because medication is very expensive, and sometimes getting a place to sleep is a challenge. So sometimes they can come to the center and sleep, and then tomorrow when they're done with their chemo, they go back to their respective homes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we have big dreams.
I know.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job there. I think you're really doing a good job. We need more of you in this. People like you in the society.
Amen.
And you don't have to wait for October.
Yeah.
That we have to wait for October in order to talk about breast cancer.
Yeah.
Anyway, where can we find you? If, in case there are people out there who would like to partner with you, they want to work with you, they have wigs to donate, they want to find out more about your foundation, where do we reach you?
Okay, I'm based at Ngong Road at Marsabit Plaza. That's where my salon is. And my phone number, I'm definitely going to give out my phone number. Okay. On Facebook, you can reach me. I'm Diana Cage on Facebook. And then Instagram, Diana Cage. Yeah, so you can find me easily.
It's available?
It's available.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're starting a page for Surviving Beautifully, so you get to see everything that we do on that page.
I think you've done well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know cancer is a very difficult disease. It's very painful.
Yeah.
But then now it's October, we are in your salon, you're a beautician, you're a cosmetologist. I'm sure there are women also wondering, is there any beauty tips that you can give them, even if they're not cancer survivors. Maybe you can just face the camera and give us 3 things that we need to do as women in order to look as beautiful as you are and as young as you are, including myself. We are all listening, all ears. Yeah.
Okay, number 1, what I always say, try to avoid stress. You can't avoid stress, but just relax. You can only do what can be done.
Yeah.
So I always say, take plenty of water, try and eat healthy, have enough sleep hours, take care of your skin, detox if you can, a bit of exercise, and yeah, just be happy. Yeah.
I hope the women who are watching or the men who are watching have been listening. We are hanging out with one of Kenya's cancer champions. She is none other than Diana Akech. You must know Diana Akech. She has been helping and doing a makeover for cancer survivors for many, many years. But every time we are creating awareness on breast cancer, her name still comes up at the top of the list to show how persistent she is in this cause. This is her standards, and we are just glad that you could join us. If you want to hook up with us, you want to talk to us, you'd like to connect with us, you want to find out how to even get hold of Diana, talk to us at KTL Home across all social media platforms. Alternatively, you can find me as Quintambori, also on Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter. I think we can look at the final product.
Yes.
Yeah, the makeup was in progress, so the makeover was in progress.
Yeah. Okay.
So we are going with
Yeah, we're going with this one.
what's her name again?
I call her Oprah. Yeah, she has that Oprah vibe. Yeah, you see the big hair, the body, the bounce.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, Oprah, let's go.
Aya, mami, funga macho, because you're not going to see until we are done. It's a surprise. Funga macho. Ni surprise. Ufai kuona surprise. Hey, hijab. Ushachungulia, usichungulie. Oh my God. Okay. Nikikount mpaka 5 unafungua. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ish. Who's that?
We have Oprah in the building.
Oh my God.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Unakaa mzuri.
Just thank God for all.
Amen. Amen.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Look at that. Diana, this is nice.
This is beautiful. I knew she would love this.
This is so nice. Look at that beautiful girl.
Amen.
Good job.
Yeah.
Diana, you have a support system
Yes, I have a very strong support system
made up of
my husband, who is here, Austin. Yeah, he's here. My mommy, who is here.
Mom is here.
Mommy is here.
Okay.
I have my kids who are here. My daughter's Daisy is a very big support system, and of course my good friends and fans, and I have so many people who are working with me behind the scenes, and I really thank them so much for everything they do.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Daisy is also your partner.
Yes, Daisy is also my partner.
Okay. Maybe we can also get to meet Daisy.
Yes, you have to meet Daisy.
Diana. All right, nice to finally meet you, Daisy.
Nice to meet you.
Diana says very nice things about you.
Diana is my friend, and I'm also a huge fan of what Diana is doing.
Is doing.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been friends?
The first time I met Diana was, of course, I wanted to slay. I wanted a wig done, and that is how I met Diana, and that's like 10 years ago.
Wow.
But I've also been following her. I'm a fan, and really appreciative of what Diana is doing. And last year, I was the chairlady of She's Mercedes, and we partnered with Diana, and I got to be really at the heart of work that she's doing. And that formed partnership, and more so it has deepened our relationship. One, because we share common value of giving back to the society in our own small ways. Yeah.
Very nice. Who are you? Probably some viewers are wondering who is Daisy? Daisy Diana. No,
Daisy Diana.
Is that,
Yes,
double D.
professionally, I'm a HR leader,
Okay.
but other than that, I'm also an executive coach. I work with people from all walks of lives, and my mission is just to touch one life at a time, and of course doing it with honesty and respect to the individual.
Very nice.
So I really plug in into things that speak to me as an individual, but also things that make a difference in the society.
Okay. Diana promised to tell us more about what is the name of the foundation
Surviving
again?
Beautifully.
Surviving Beautifully.
Yes.
And she said Daisy will tell us the future plans. So this is your moment. Tell us more about this
Yes,
foundation.
when I sat with Diana last year, Diana had this big, massive plan. And of course, my background is in corporate, so I kept on asking her a number of questions. And eventually, we got a chance to sit down. And I believe we all know our strengths. Diana has a big heart in terms of just when she touches hair,
Yeah.
it's a miracle. Like
As-
I can't
as
do what
you
she's,
can
I
see.
cannot do what Diana
As
has
you
done.
can see, yeah.
But you see, for her to run the foundation, there are a number of things that you also have to put in place. Quite a number of people would love to partner with her, but where there's no governance, there's no structure, it becomes a bit tricky. And I believe that that is what the foundation will definitely give us. And of course, we invite any individual, corporate, anyone who feels the need to give in and to make a difference in the society. We are open. And
partner with
yes,
them.
we can partner with them, and eventually we hope that we do get our safe home, right,
Oh,
Diana?
yes, definitely.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah? Very
Where we
nice.
can support beyond just donating wigs.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called
Surviving Beautifully
Beautifully.
Foundation.
Surviving Beautifully Foundation.
Yes.
Well, I'm hanging out with Double D. Initially, it was Diana Ketch, but we're now joined by Daisy. So we have Daisy and Diana, who are co-founders of Surviving Beautifully. Today, we were hanging out with Diana Ketch, who is the founder of D's Hair and Beauty Salon, as well as barbershop. Remember, it's the month where we create awareness on breast cancer. It's October. And on her standards, we are also celebrating the cancer champions. When you talk about cancer champions, there is no way you can miss the name of Diana Akech. We have to come to the end of this. I know we still have a lot to do. We have more cancer survivors to make beautiful and to inspire to lead beautiful lives. But everything that has a beginning must have an end. This is her standards, and I have been your host, Queen Tambori. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining us, for keeping us company. We hope that wherever you are going to extend a helping hand to somebody who needs it. And don't forget to survive beautifully. I think we need to take a selfie on that note.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A selfie.
Wow, there we go.
Nice.
Very nice. Well, we are done with Diana, but that's not the end of it. We are going to meet yet another cancer champion. I'm talking about Dr. Lizzie Itotia. She is Kenya's first radiopharmacist. You do not want to miss that interview. See you in a short while. Welcome back to Her Standards with me, Queen Tambori. We are so glad that you are able to join us for this second part of the amazing show where we are privileged to have the company of Dr. Elizabeth Itotia. I am talking about Kenya's first radio pharmacist. Mind you, there are only 2 in the country. She's here to share her story. Might you have a question? Might you have a comment? Do you know any woman who deserves the spot of the next woman you need to know here in Kenya? We will be very happy to receive your comments. Talk to us at KTN Home across all social media platforms, or you can engage me directly at Queen Tambori on Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter. Actually, you can even tell us where you're watching us from. We'll be very happy to give you back feedback. Welcome, Liz.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. You're looking mzuri.
Asante.
I was just telling my producer that great minds, look at us. We didn't plan, and we are all in green.
Yeah.
Is that a theme with the medical field?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, right.
It's a thing with great minds, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is green your favorite color?
No, it's not.
Anyway, we are so happy that we could have you here. We've been reading about you, and I was just hoping that your story is going to change somebody else's life. So, what is Radiopharmacy? What is it?
Okay, so Radiopharmacy is a pharmacy specialty,
Yeah.
meaning you have to do a Bachelor of Pharmacy first before you can become a radiopharmacist. Then you specialize after doing pharmacy. So what basically Radiopharmacy involves is preparation of radioactive drugs. So we have normal drugs and we have drugs that are radioactive.
Yeah.
So Radiopharmacy is a specialty that is mainly concerned with that. And the reason it's different from the normal pharmacy is because, as opposed to normal drugs where we can manufacture the drugs today and sell to China tomorrow, or we can buy from China and buy to Kenya, for the case of majority of radiopharmaceuticals, I'd say 99%, you cannot prepare them and then sell them because they expire in a matter of hours. So we only prepare them only when we need them and when we are sure that the patient is there.
So it's based on prescription?
Yes, it's based on prescription. I should probably say that it's used mainly for cancer patients. So when we want to image cancer patients, we inject them with the radioactive drugs. So what the radioactive drug does is it goes to the specific tumor we are targeting, because we formulate it so that it just goes to the tumor, and then we can be able to reconstruct an image using that radioactive drug. So it gives us information about what is happening inside the patient's body.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There must be a lot of reading and research involved.
It takes some time. Yeah.
Is that what you do most of the time? Do you read like 24/7?
Yes, you have to keep reading because it keeps evolving each and every single day. There are new drugs every day. It's probably the newest field in imaging, in the side of imaging the patient. So there's a lot of developments, a lot of new things. You also do a lot of trials with patients. So yes, there's a lot of reading.
And how long did it take you to get your degree and to even go to specialize?
So it took me 5 years to do my Bachelor of Pharmacy degree.
Yeah.
I did it at University of Nairobi, and then I had to do a 1-year mandatory internship. After that, that's when I joined KU Referral. Then I left KU Referral a few months after joining to go to South Africa, where I was there since early 2020 to April this year. Yes.
That's quite some time.
Yes.
Anyway, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Limuru. Yeah, in a farming family, yes.
Farming family?
Yes.
I think I remember reading that. And you did not like doing the...
Oh, I hated it. I hated it. Yeah, you know, our dad used to wake us up every morning to go and, you know, there's always something to do. If you're not planting, you're pruning. If you're not pruning, you're harvesting. If you're not harvesting, you're planting again. So I really didn't like it.
So you decided to bury your heads in the books? Ulisoma?
Kabisa, niliamua kamba, I don't want this life.
Anyway, one thing our viewers don't know, and I'll be glad to tell them, is that probably in the recent time, this is like your only interview on TV, the first one you did in 2017.
Yes.
So the media attention that comes with, being on air, how do you deal with that attention? How do you deal with the media attention?
For starters, I'm not used to it. So it's when when I did the interview with Wanja, I did not expect it to get the attention that it got. I just was not used to it.
You're not ready for it.
Yes, I was not ready for it. It was very overwhelming. Also an eye-opener. At some point, I even had to deactivate my Facebook because it was becoming so overwhelming. I don't know what to read, what not to read. Some comments also are not really nice. Yeah, but I don't know. Probably I'll get used to it someday, but I'm still not used to it. Yeah.
How are the negative comments? What were people
not
saying?
Like no negative. In negative, you'll find someone saying, "No, it's not true. She's not the first one." It's like I'm lying, or someone will say, "No, she's not Kenyan. She grew up in the US," and then I didn't have the energy to keep fighting and responding to all that.
So you decided to deactivate?
To just leave Facebook for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And then
until things cool off.
Yeah.
Interesting. So is this what you wanted to do? When you went into from primary school to high school and even through to college, is this what you always wanted to do?
To be honest, I would not say radiopharmacy is what I wanted to do. What I was sure I wanted to do ever since I was a little girl is I wanted to be in the medical field, because cancer has always been something that really puzzles me, because I think scientists and medics have really not figured it out yet. That's why we're having a lot of mortality. So when I was growing up, I always knew that I wanted to grow up and be able to make a difference in the cancer world, which even explains why I did pharmacy. Even when I was choosing pharmacy, in my head I was doing pharmacy so that I developed something to cure cancer. That's why I chose pharmacy specifically. And so when I heard about radiopharmacy, it's a small unit we do in our second year, but now as a specialization. In Kenya, we've not been having it because also we've not been having the infrastructure for practicing it. So when I heard about it in 2017, I went and read a lot about it, and actually became something that I would like to pursue. I fell in love with it, and I started looking for opportunities, and I got one.
Did you find them?
Yes, I did. I was sponsored by the International Atomic Energy Agency, which is a body that regulates the peaceful use of nuclear material. So they sponsored me to go to South Africa and study radiopharmacy. Yes.
And here we are.
Yes, and here we
I
are.
read somewhere that there are only 2 of you in Kenya.
Yes, you only 2.
How is that?
It's I would say it's overwhelming, probably because it's a growing field, as I've said, because apart from KU, the new KU hospital, Kenyatta University Teaching, Referral and Research, it's only Aga Khan which has such facilities, but KU has like way bigger compared to them. So you'd understand why no one else had specialized before, because we also had not brought the infrastructure for practicing. But now KU has brought it, so we probably expect more people to
come.
join.
Because I was going to ask, does that mean that it doesn't have, there's no demand for it?
I wouldn't say that. Initially, I would say yes.
Yeah.
But now there'll be demand for it, because if we get an institution like the way we've gotten it, where we are able to produce, because the production part is the most challenging part, because apart from a lot of investment in terms of money, not many centers can be able to afford that. Now, due to the fact that we have a production site, other facilities in the counties now can just put up what we call a PET scan or a SPECT scan, and then we supply them with what we are producing, and then they can be able to image the patients. So probably in the next 5 years, it will be just like the way you get a CT. It will be like everything,
We can't wait for that. Before we talk about the state of cancer in Kenya, which is actually at, would I call it an epidemic? Before we talk about that, in 2017 you graduated from Nairobi University?
Yes.
At the top of your class? Not just class, but overall?
University, yes. At the top of university, yes.
Oh, tell me about that.
Yeah, that was the first time I did the media interview. So I graduated as valedictorian. So University of Nairobi normally recognizes students who graduate as best students. So that, I was valedictorian, and the University of Nairobi's definition of valedictorian is a student who is showing consistency in academic performance over the period of stay in the university, and also co-curricular activities. Yes.
How did you do it? I'm asking you this because I know, well, I was in campus and I could see things that are happening in campus. How did you manage to stay grounded, to stick to your goals, and to emerge at the top? I mean, that's a big deal.
Remember I told you that I had made a deliberate choice to get out of the
family.
life, yes, the life that I was living then.
Yeah.
So I have always been deliberate all the way from high school, because it all started in high school. I've always been deliberate about what I'm doing, the decisions I make, how I study. And probably that's how it happened, because I also wouldn't say that I was burying myself in books in campus, but I was also very deliberate that if I know I have an exam, I actually must study for that exam. And
More often than not, the medical field now is being embraced by people your age, which you feel like you can tell us later on in the show. I'm not sure I have convinced you enough. So have you ever been discriminated in your career life because somebody thinks that you're too young for the job, or they're waiting for someone who is more experienced? It is very common. I know people who will not see women doctors and will not see young doctors. They want experience. What is your take on that?
that is actually true, and I don't think there's anyone who has ever gone through the medical profession without having to go through that. So yes, I have gone through it. Probably someone would think you're too young. Probably they're right. I might be too young, especially I started practicing some 3 or 4 years ago. They might think I'm too young and I don't have the experience to actually give you the advice that you need or to make for you whatever it is that you require. And to be honest, to some extent, I can't blame the patient, because when you go to hospital, you actually want the best care, you know. And you know, healing starts from the mind. So if you think the person seeing you is not going to give you the best, you actually ask for a substitute. So I think the best thing that we have learned, and all of us have learned to do, is not to take it negatively. If someone just asks you, is there no other person who can explain this to me, it's fine. They can just come, and then probably they just tell them the same thing that you did, and then the next time they come, like me, because I'm in the cancer section, so my patients will always come back. The next time they come, they'll have more confidence in you, and they'll actually believe what it is that you're saying. Yeah, so it happens. You just need to take it positively.
And how can you, like a female young doctor, how can you stamp your authority when, let's say, you're dealing with such a scenario? What is it that you can tell the patient so that they can have confidence in you? What can you do?
I just need to convince them that I am actually qualified to be there, because otherwise I would need to be, you know, you can't find me in a public facility.
Or do you need to walk around with your papers, you know, hang around your neck?
You can't, so you just have to tell the patient, I'm actually qualified to actually tell you whatever it is that I'm telling, or to give you whatever it is that I'm giving you. They just have to believe it. But as always, if someone needs a second opinion, it's always available. Yes.
Okay. Anyway, how old are you? If it's not too much to ask. I mean, you can give us a pragmatic answer. You can say 0 to 10, 20 to 30 years, or 25 and above.
I'm 29.
You're 29 years old.
Yes.
29 years old. I feel like you're 29 going...
Yes, going 30 soon. Yeah, we cannot say soon.
How does that make you feel? Do you feel like you have lived your life? Do you feel like you still have more to give to the society or to yourself?
I'm not ready for 30, I would say that.
Why not?
No one ever is ready for 30, I don't know. Yeah, but I think so far, if I'm to judge myself objectively, I'd say I've done well. Because,
I think you've done well.
Yeah, because even if you check, most of us, you're not usually able to specialize before 30. Most of us specialize after 30. So the fact that I've been able to actually start my specialization even before 30 and being able to get it even before 10 is actually a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. So yeah, I think I'm doing okay. Probably not where I want to be, but I think I'm doing okay.
Where do you want to be?
Yeah, you know, I have goals, probably goals I'd set for myself by 30. You know, sometimes when you choose the academic route, because now what it meant for me is that I sacrifice other things to first get the papers and first enhance my career. So the other parts of life will definitely suffer. Then the other people who started with the other parts of life, and then the other part will come later. Yes. So the other goals I'd set for myself, probably I've not achieved them, but yeah, I still have some time.
One thing I know you've achieved is you running away from the farm life, I'm so sure that you achieved that one.
Yes, I did.
Now, when you go back home, does your family, your dad, do they joke about it?
Yeah, they do. They do. They do all the time. My mom even told me the other day, I didn't know you hated it. Yeah. Yeah. They take it positively because I actually had shared it with them because the first person I told was my grandmother. Me life akisiwezani. I just didn't like it. Yeah, and then she's the one who told me to just if you want to get out of this, the only way is through books.
To study.
Yeah, it's through books. And I actually, when I decided to actually put a lot of effort in my studies, because if you speak to my sisters, especially in high school, I used to read a lot, even the holidays. And when they used to see that now she wants, in Form 3 and Form 4, she just wants to be in her books, they'll just let her be. I was excluded from the duties. Yeah, so they're actually very supportive.
How many are you in the family?
4.
How many girls?
3 girls, one boy.
Are you a first one?
Second boy.
What do they think about you?
That's a hard question.
I'm sure you have a clue of what they think about you.
I think they're proud. Yeah, they're very proud of me. And most people say I'm aggressive. I can't be able to judge.
I think you're aggressive.
Yeah, I can't be able to judge myself, so I can't really tell. Yeah, they say my brother is the youngest. He's in Form 4. He says I'm challenging him. So he says, "No, if these are the standards you're setting, what am I going to do?"
So he has trouble ahead.
Yes.
Stuff.
But he's taking it positively. So hopefully he's also going to work really hard. Yeah. But basically, I think they're really proud.
This show is called Her Standards, and what we do is pretty much we are setting high standards. Or we are hoping that we can set high standards for women. But besides that, we also give women a platform to voice their story. And I'm just honored that we were able to hear your story and to hear what you have to tell young women and men actually, young women and young men out there. Cancer as a field is one that definitely you cannot have enough hands because currently it is it the third leading cause of death in Kenya? It's the third leading after malaria and
there's the
malaria and diarrhea, I think. Communicable disease, one of those communicable diseases. But the worst hit gender is actually the women. Am I right? So what do you think we need to do as women in order to try and bring down those numbers?
Probably something I should have mentioned before.
Yeah.
The reason PET scans and SPECT scans are actually a really big deal, and probably something us as Kenyans should actually thank the government that we brought such a facility to a public hospital, is because of the impact it's going to have in cancer management. Okay, the first point is that you hear most of us going to India for treatment because there's some things that we cannot offer here. 90% of those patients are actually going for a PET scan in India. It's because we could not have them here.
You're kidding?
I'm not kidding, it's true. You just ask anyone who has ever had a patient going to India what it is that they are going to do. They are going to do a PET scan or they are going to do a SPECT scan, but mainly it's a PET scan. So the fact that we actually now have that in Kenya is in a public facility, meaning the cost is also not going to be so high, is actually such a big deal. The other thing about PET scans, I hope I can be able to say this in really simple language, is that it can be able to get your disease at a really early stage, which is which is what probably we've been lacking in most of the government facilities, because what we've been depending on is what we call anatomical imaging, something like CT or MRI. So what those ones do is that they look at anatomy. So if someone has a cancer, there'll be a swelling here, so there'll be a change. So what the CT looks for is that swelling. But for PET scans, you must not have that swelling. It can actually be able to get your cancer even at stage 1 when nothing has actually swollen. So to bring those numbers down is, one, now we have the facilities, right? So anytime that you're not feeling well, we as Kenyans, I don't know if it's Kenya or it happens elsewhere, but I think it's a Kenyan problem. We don't really go to hospital unless we are really sick.
That's true.
The first stop is usually we go to the pharmacy. Then you go to the pharmacy. It's okay to go and buy if you think, But then if it keeps recurring, you know, that's a warning sign that something is really wrong and you're not sorting it out. So it's time to go to hospital, because even if we have such good facilities, we still will not help you if you come when still you're stage 4. It still does not help. So what I'd like to encourage people and women, to answer your question, is to actually probably improve our health seeking behavior. That if you're not well and you've taken some drugs, you've seen a few doctors in the dispensaries and it's not working, you should know it's time to go and see a specialist. Then you hear there's a cervical cancer screening somewhere, please just go. Because
whether you're feeling well or not.
Because it's free, and we know that when we catch this thing at a really early stage, it's manageable, and the operator, they do whatever it is that they're going to do, and you live a normal life. But the moment we catch it at later stages, the management becomes really complicated, and you know, that's when we have a lot of mortality. So in Kenya, probably we have a lot of mortality, because if you compare with the West, our mortality for cancer is really high. But if you compare with the West, their mortality is really low, because they are really thorough. Probably their people go to hospital because it's also a very controlled environment. So people should actually go to hospital when you're not well.
We need to normalize that. I'll tell you, today I have so many stories. I recently went for the routine checkup, and even the hospital they didn't know what to do with me. I'm not going to mention which hospital I went to. But because it's not in our culture, it's not something we're used to doing. Because I walked in and I said, guys, I need to do 1, 2, 3. It took a while. And actually, for most people who have a medical cover, I realized that there's a package for the annual checkup, which most of us don't know about. So I think what you're saying is we need to normalize just walking into hospital, even when we are feeling okay. That's gonna be a hard one. You know why? Because
I know. I know. Probably you can excuse you if you're well, but you see, this recurrent, you know, cancer doesn't just get to stage 4. You've just been having some symptoms that you cannot explain, you know.
Whatever it is.
Yes, you've been having this headache that just doesn't go away. Unaenda unakunywa mara moja, it goes down. Tomorrow the same thing. You know, you do that for 2 years. You know, by the time you're going and getting a head CT, it's crazy.
It's blown out.
Yes. So if something is not sorting itself out by the first aid that you're giving it, just know it's time to
listen to the body.
Someone. Yes, listen to your body.
You know, you mentioned about Kenyans seeking treatment from India mostly.
Yes.
Is it because they have no faith in the services that we have here, or because it's just a perception that they get the best treatment, it's affordable? Because I know majority of them claim that, 1, it is expensive to treat cancer in Kenya, and 2, the specialists are available in India. I don't know. You are the expert here.
No, I wouldn't say we don't have specialists. I actually think we are one of our specialists are probably the best, if I am to be asked. In terms of facility, we probably have not been having some of the facilities that cancer patients require, because technically speaking, every cancer patient is a candidate for a PET scan. In ideal environments, every cancer patient should actually undergo a PET scan. But because we've not been having it, so those patients who are enlightened have actually been choosing to go and get it where they can be able to get it. So I can attribute it to 1, lack of some facilities, which we now have. And then 2, about the cost, there's one thing I normally say, that if you speak to patients who are being seen at the hospital, patients who have NHIF, they'll tell you that NHIF is a lifesaver. Probably this is, if you're a Kenyan and you don't have insurance, you don't have NHIF, that's the only time that healthcare would really become overwhelming for you, because healthcare is expensive anywhere. So just paying that 500 bob per month, I think, is a really worthy risk, because you don't know what tomorrow holds, and it really comes big time for people who have it. For people who don't have it, it might be a bit expensive. I don't know about our private facilities, but in public, affordable, but still it would strain you if you don't have the cover. And still, if you go to India, you still have to strain, because you have to pay the ticket, you have to pay for doctors, you have to pay accommodation. Yes. Another thing is, probably if someone wants second opinion, that is, I am a firm believer of that is still okay. You can still go there. but I have really strong faith in most of our specialists, or probably all. They're trained well, and for the specialties that Kenya doesn't train, most of these people are actually trained outside and then they return to Kenya. So it's actually talent that has returned back. So you're still going to people who have been trained with the same people that you've left behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some of the highlights of your career, Dr. Liz?
Oh,
Those moments when, the moments that you'll include in your book. I hope it's coming out soon.
Some of my highlights.
Yeah.
Well, probably something that I'll tell my grandkids that I managed to qualify as the first female radiopharmacist in the country.
Wow.
That I was actually among the pioneers of radiopharmacy in a public institution. I actually started up the department and made it operational. And yeah, and I'll actually really be happy when we actually get to image the first patient that I see. That patient is under that PET scan to really be a big deal for me.
Can't wait.
Yes, I really can't wait.
Please let us know when that happens. We'll be glad to bring our cameraman.
You will?
Yes, what will be in the house and some. Yeah.
So it should happen soon.
It should happen soon.
Yes.
We can't wait for that, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
It's a
I can't
big
wait
deal.
too, yeah.
Okay. So what's still in store for Dr. Lizzie? What's in store?
A lot. So the future is bright. I can't wait for the day that every county has like 2 PET scans, such that patients, for now patients have to come from Nairobi, from Mombasa or wherever to here. So I can't wait for the day that each and every county the patients will have to travel. They'll just know I'll walk into Coast General and I'm sorted. Yes, and yeah, for myself,
Yes, I was waiting for that part.
probably just grow a little bit and see radiopharmacy advance at KU, and probably join policy later in life. Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I wanted to ask you, I know you like studying and doing research and just improving yourself. What else do you love to do other than medicine? What else? Or what else do you love? Okay.
I mentioned chess.
Yes,
I play
chess.
a lot of chess. If you find me on my phone, I'm always playing chess. What else do I love to do? Outside reading, we read a lot of our time. I actually read a lot and probably hang out with family and friends over the weekends. But basically, it's work, read, chess.
Repeat.
Repeat. Yeah, weekend is when you'll find me elsewhere.
All right.
Yeah.
I believe your social media accounts have been activated. You're back online?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
If people want to connect with you, where can they find you? Do you have a fan page, or someone has to send a friend request? I think you deserve a fan page.
Sijafikia fan page bado. But Elizabeth Itotia too. Both on.
You can face the camera and tell us where to find you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So my Facebook is Elizabeth Itotia, LinkedIn is Dr. Elizabeth Itotia, and Instagram is Elizabeth Itotia as well, or Lizzie Itotia. Yes.
Okay, at least now you know where to find Dr. Lizzie, who is Kenya's first radiopharmacist, and she has explained elaborately what that entails. What I love about her job is just the fact that she is researching to save lives. Come on. Where else would you find that? Now, before we wind up, just look at the camera and just give like 3 tips of advice for young women out there. Generally, not necessarily in the medical field. I mean, you're a female role model, whether you like it or not. Yes.
Okay. 3.
Yes, 3.
I don't know if I have 3, but we'll see. So the first one, and probably what keeps me going, is that there's power in she. That what you set your mind to achieving, you will actually achieve it. You just need to believe that you can actually do it. So believe it, envision yourself that you will actually achieve this goal, this thing that you've set your mind to achieve, and that you're going to achieve it, and that what he can do, she can actually do better. It's evidence, you just need to trust yourself. And then the third one is that never settle for less. Yeah, just know your worth and add tax.
There you have it. Know your worth and add tax. Don't never settle for less. So that was Dr. Elizabeth Itotia talking about Kenya's First, Radiopharmacy, there are only 2 of them in the country, and we are just happy that we are able to have her on her standards. I'm sure you have learned from her story. If you have a comment, you want to drop her, a message, you have a question, you want to find out how she did it, you know what to do. Talk to us across all social media platforms at KTN Home, or you can hit me up directly at Quintembori on Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter. Well, as we wind up, we just want to thank you here from KTN Home for keeping us company. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for keeping it her standards every Saturday, 4 p.m. Till next time, one more thing, remember to keep your head, your heels, and standards high. Bye for now.